Hey everybody, it's Meg Markarian. I am a graduate assistant here at the graduate office and then also with the University Writing Center. And I'm actually here with one of my coworkers and one of my very close friends, Manisha Jukareddy. She is also a graduate student. And we're going to be talking about the University Writing Center and some of the resources that it offers for graduate students specifically. So, Manisha, can we start off? Audience does not know who you are, and that's by no means to be any offense, but they just don't. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe what you're studying at IU Indianapolis?
Yeah, of course. So I am a graduate student at our English program here. I am also a consultant at our University Writing Center. And on many days now I get to be in our Kavanaugh location, so I'm not just like solely in the library center. Get to visit more of the campus because of it. And I am also in my final semester of graduate studies.
Congratulations. Yeah. Are you working on anything right now?
I am actually working on a research article, and because we're part of the Writing Center as well, I get a chance to work on Writing Center related research for conferences.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. So let's just start big and then we can get, a little bit smaller into the details. Can you provide me with an overview of the University Writing Center and some of the services it offers?
Of course. The University Writing Center is a resource on campus for students to take any kind of writing work that they have. So it can be essays, it can be maybe blogs or social media type writing, even professional work like resumes or cover letters. And you can bring it in with us. We have trained consultants that work on a variety of different projects and papers. And people, it's a range of also undergraduate and graduate students as consultants. So we have different needs for different types of higher academia as well. And yeah, you can bring your work to us and our consultants will spend 45 minutes to an hour working with you over your draft.
Awesome. What can I expect if I were to, let's say I had no idea what happened in a University Writing Center session? What could I expect when I come in?
Yeah, so as soon as you decide that you want to bring one of your drafts to our center, we have a UWC website, and from there you can create an account. And on the account, you can, once you have one set up with us, there are plenty of blank slots with different consultants. Most consultants have a profile and a bio that you can read, so you can pick one that is suited best to you. Like a lot of people, if they see maybe a specific major that suits their major, that the consultant also is a part of, they tend to pick that consultant. And as soon as you book an appointment, you can come in, and we're very friendly, and we will work with you on your paper for about an hour or so typically.
Okay, great. But you mentioned that there were both undergraduate and graduate students as consultants. Can an undergraduate tutor a graduate consultant?
Absolutely, yeah. So honestly, what we tend to do is just really hone into whatever the writing demands are for your work, and it's a very collaborative session. It's really not like a whole formal tutor student setting. It's very much two minds collaborating on one project, and our goal is to make sure that you walk away feeling a lot less stress over your stuff. And because we get so many students, we have the opportunity to work with a wide range of projects. So you'll have many undergraduate consultants having assisted graduate students before.
Awesome. That's great. I love that people can, of all types of disciplines and degrees, can come in and get help at the Writing Center. That's awesome. So how do you utilize this resource, or do you utilize this resource as a graduate student?
That is a good question. Absolutely. Because, I don't know who said this, but it's a very common sentiment that I think everyone as a writer carries. Writing is not like a solo endeavor. It is entirely a collaborative process. And many times I find that the work that I do will drastically change by its final draft form. And it's at its best when I have had many pairs of eyes to get a chance to look at it. So I think there's a misconception often presented that a writing center is a place for people to bring in bad drafts, and that is by no means the case. In fact, I would say the best writers come in a lot of times just to get their work revised. So
Yeah.
I use it all the time. I love getting to work with there, and I always come out of the sessions with new understandings over my work.
Yeah, almost like it's making you a better writer rather than improving your writing.
Yeah, it makes me think about things that I wouldn't have initially had on my radar because I get to see so many different perspectives outside of my own.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And so then you said like you are seeing that you get so many different perspectives. How does your writing specifically change after going to a session at the Writing Center?
I typically get new notes that I can bring with me. A lot of our consultants do this really helpful thing where they scribe a lot of our thoughts throughout the session, so I tend to have a bad memory, and that is really helpful to take a set of notes with me as I go. I will even take parts of my argument and end up restructuring them to different sections of the draft, and it'll greatly improve the flow. As far as specifically perspectives, if there's a topic that I'm writing about that I may not have firsthand knowledge in, there's always somebody who has a lot more knowledge about it than I do, and new areas of focus to tackle on.
Awesome. Yeah, and it seems like everybody at the Writing Center seems really can do. Like they know exactly, maybe not exactly what you need, but they'll get you the person who does know what you need at least.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's been many times where we've kind of recommended a consultant because their expertise in one area.
Oh, yeah, that's great. So, as we're wrapping up here, I know that we live in a digital age. We're post-COVID, or maybe as much as we'd like to be post-COVID. Does the Writing Center offer any virtual or asynchronous services for students?
They do. So a lot of students don't have the opportunity to come in, and in which case there are consultants that do online sessions. And they also have an asynchronous option where you can send in your draft and then you'll get feedback from the consultants, I believe, by the end of the day or so. I'm personally not one of the consultants that does the asynchronous or the digital stuff, but there are quite a lot of people on staff that do.
And I've heard they can do like Zoom meetings, right? That's a thing too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So typically there's going to be like a Zoom link in people's bios, and you get a chance to access that and meet with them over Zoom for an hour.
So really what I'm hearing is the Writing Center is like a one-stop shop if you're having trouble or even if you feel like you're doing great with your writing.
Absolutely.
Wow, cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this helpful information. I know audience members, if you have any questions about your writing or if you are seeking any feedback on your writing that maybe you weren't getting previously, the Writing Center is open 5 days a week. And we have multiple locations. We're located in the University Library, room 2125, and we're located in Kavanaugh Hall, room 426?
I believe 426, 427.
427,
like
room 427.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Manisha. We really appreciate you coming on today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.